Yes lads, what is going on? Welcome back to another Sorare video. Hope you're all having a good day. If you are new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you do enjoy the video, please always give it a like. Today is the second video of a little mini series that we're making as far as my strategies go with the new Sorare that we have. And today is Challengers, or Challenger, don't really know what to call it. We've been doing a bit of business as far as Challenger Super Rares go, and a little bit of business in Rare as well. So I'll be going through all that. I'm going to be showing you guys my strategies for this upcoming 10 weeks that we have for the European season for most of the leagues, and then beyond that for the summer. And so this is what we're looking like for the divisions. At Super Rare level, we're in Division 1 for Classic and in Season, which I was quite shocked at, to be honest, but I'll take it. The second teams would fall into Division 2. And then at Rare level, again, we're in Division 1 for the in-season and Classic, and Division 2 for the second teams that we have. So, you know, we're in the highest divisions we can possibly be in, which is really fun. I have been doing a bit of business. It started at Rare level with the Porto boys, which I'll get into, but I want to cover Super Rares first. This is what we're rocking right now as far as Super Rares go for Challengers. Now, I have way more depth here than I do at Contenders if you've watched my Contenders video. If you haven't, go watch it if you fancy that. In Challengers, I have almost double the Super Rares that I have in Contenders. And so I bought a bit of a bundle off another Sorare manager, which included the absolute GOAT, Emmanuel Reynoso. I cannot believe I own this card. I've been a massive fan of his for years now since playing Sorare. He's an absolute baller. If you've not watched him play, make sure you catch a Minnesota game this year. Guy's an absolute smasher on his day, right? I managed to pick him up alongside two Brazilian League players for just over £1,200. Bruno Fuchs and Leo Jardim were the other players. Jardim's obviously a goalkeeper, plays for Vasco da Gama. I do have a Vasco da Gama Super Rare defender in Lucas Piton, and so it kind of made sense for me to go for him because I can now defensive stack those two. And I think Bruno Fuchs plays for Atletico Mineiro. He loves an injury. He's on loan from CSKA. If he does go back to CSKA, then obviously I have him in Contenders, and I have quite a few Russian League players over there. So I don't really mind what happens with him, but I will have him up until December, and he can score really well on his day as well. So, you know, those were big purchases. I have not made a purchase like that in a long time on Sorare, but I felt as though I needed it going into the new era, to be honest, because I just didn't think I could do much over the summer as far as Super Rares go. And I do have not an incredible amount of Super Rares for the summer, specifically in the MLS, but I do have enough to where I wanted to play them and not sell them. Specifically someone like Santi Rodriguez, right? I absolutely love him, but his under-23 eligibility runs out this summer in July. And so the only place I could really play him after July is in Challengers. But I don't have, or I wouldn't have, a super rare goalkeeper to play over the summer if it wasn't for the Leo Jardim. So bringing him in does really open up the chances of me, you know, doing something over this summer, as well as, of course, right now, I think the Brazilian League starts up in about 3 or 4 game weeks. So I'm really excited for that. But to go alongside that, we of course have the European contingency of the Challengers, which is primarily Belgium League, Eredivisie focused. My 2 Super Rare goalkeepers are from the Belgian League. Toblason is under 23, and so he will probably be used in under 23 Super Rare quite a lot, because I am still going to prioritize that lineup probably more than Challengers, actually, on a week-to-week basis, depending on fixtures, of course. And so that allows then Gaten Cook to become, you know, the Super Rare Challengers keeper for me. Now, and so if I do play Toblason in under 23, let's say this weekend, which I probably would at Super Rare level, that means I can only play 1 Super Rare Challengers team. So I have to choose between Classic and in-season. Of course, Gaten Cook is old season. He's not in-season. But I do have quite a few in-season cards in Challengers. Magnus Mattsson being probably the best one for me right now. We've got Balikwisha there as well. Sondre Hansen, who's pretty decent. In midfield, we've got Julian Bass, who's new season. And then in defense, we have a couple, I think. Not too many. Yeah, we've got Big Rune. We've got Whittle and Calvin Verdonk, who's pretty good on his day as well. So I have a decent array of players to choose from. Way better than Contenders. I'm not saying I'm stacked, but I definitely have a lot more choice here. And so if we were to go and build lineups for this upcoming weekend, if we threw it into Classic, let's say, you know, Gaten Cook, I'd probably have to go with Teze, to be fair. It'd be like Teze, Santi, Magnus Mattsson, and then either Quinton Timber or potentially Reynoso. I have to play Reynoso, right? I know it's away to Philly, but I don't care. I need to play him somewhere. Captain Maatsen. You know, that's a half-decent classic challengers team in my opinion. I know a lot of those are away. The fixtures aren't great for this specific weekend, but as far as players go and personnel, I do think it is enough to compete there. Is it enough to compete in D1? Who knows, right? We're going to find all that out over these next few weeks as everything irons itself out. If we went into in-season challenges this weekend, it would look something like Gaten Cook in goal again, Maatsen as our in-season forward. I'd probably have to go with Julian Bass as our in-season mid. In defense, could either go Verdonk, could go Whittle actually. Let's just go Casper Whittle. And then as our extra player, we can kind of do anything here. We don't have to play an in-season card. Let's just go Teze for now. Team's, again, you know, relatively fine. Like, it's not unbelievable. But again, I think in-season will be a lot softer as far as headcount goes. I don't think as many players will be playing in-season challengers than there would be playing the classic challengers, of course. Now, you have to weigh up prize pools and everything like that. We still have the MLS Special Weekly going on for the next few weeks. So I think a lot of good MLS cards will be over there. For the most part, because there's a lot of cash to win over there right now. Now, as far as how the payouts look in Super Rare Classic, it looks something like this. So I'd be in Division 1 this weekend, $1,200 for top place, a star rare, and 3 reward boxes, premium boxes there. And then, yeah, there's cash paid, obviously, on the podium. The last card is 9th, which I think is pretty short, really, isn't it? I know there's a lot of boxes given out, but there's not necessarily cards in those boxes. So I think that's actually quite interesting. And then comparing that to in-season Super Rare Challenger, you've got $1,300 for first place, and that pays down to 10th place, which is $130, which I think is a good spread. Again, 10 places. Like, how many players are going to be playing in Division 1 this weekend for challengers? It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to assume that's a bit of a ballpark number. I'd probably say 100. I could be completely way off there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. That is what we could rock this weekend. Now, you know, it will vary week to week. I won't play in season every week, I don't think. And I definitely won't be playing Classic every week. I'll have to chop and choose, you know, for the remainder of this European season. And then when Brazil starts up, I probably will be able to put out one Classic Challengers team at Super Rare level, one in-season team, and then I'd probably play Tobelason in Under 23 Super Rare, whilst we have that overlap of leagues playing. So the only missing piece I think I need right now is a Brazilian league or MLS forward at Super Rare level to play during the summer, because right now this team would look something like this. Be Leo Jardim in goal, let's just call it Lucas Piton in defense, Reynoso in midfield. I don't really have a summer forward right now, so I definitely need to take care of that. And then for our extra players, basically either Santi Rodriguez or Bruno Fuchs. It doesn't really matter for now, but yeah, this would basically be, you know, the core of the summer classic challenges team at Super Rare level, obviously barring the forward. So let me know in the comment section any forward options I should consider. And then we move over to the rare side of things. Now I have, of course, a bit more depth again at rare level. I've got 49 cards in challenges, and in a nutshell, we've basically got a bit of a Porto stack going on with Costa old season. We've got a few in-season Porto defenders in Pepe and Wendell. We've got a bit of a Cincinnati stack going on in season with Matt Miazga. We have Luciano Acosta somewhere as well. There he is. And then we've got Bupenza as our forward to complete that stack. But that stack will probably be played in the MLS Special Weekly for the next few weeks. And then after that, it will be played as part of an in-season Challenger stack at rare level, which will be obviously played in Division 1 for this weekend. And that team would probably look something like Costa in goal, Wendell in defense for now. I'd probably go with Pepe as well. I'm probably going to double up on the defensive stack there. In midfield, I don't really know what I'm going to do in midfield because I'm going to be using Luciano Acosta elsewhere. Pepe would be our forward, so we need one more in-season card. Acosta in there, it looks incredible, but I really want to use Acosta in MLS Special Weekly for the next few weeks. And so I probably can't really use him there for now. So I'd probably have to go with Artua, who I absolutely hate right now after last game week where he absolutely killed me. But this is basically the team for the weekend, I think. 4 in season, 1 classic card will be played in Division 1. And it's a situation similar to Contenders with the Riker stack I have, in which, you know, I have in-season Challenger cards in the Porto Boys. There's no point me really playing those in Classic, I don't think. I think I'd prefer to see what I can do as far as winning cash for the remainder of this European season with those cards, and then reevaluate going into next season. I don't think it's going to make too much sense for me to play these cards specifically in Classic. Of course, I could play a classic Challengers team, but that wouldn't have Costa in goal. It would have someone like maybe Gavin Bazunu and either Chris Brady, but I'd probably use him in MLS Special Weekly. It looks something like, Brady in goal, probably Lafise in defense maybe. I'm just trying to see what else we could do here. Forsberg in midfield, Ferreira up front potentially, and then maybe Rusnak as our extra. I'm trying to think, David Brooks maybe. Aaron Herrera's been decent, but I definitely have a situation where I'm only going to have one really good on paper Challengers rare team. Most of the time that's probably going to be in season because of the nature of those Porto cards. And so that would be how I would probably set up for classic Challengers. Again, is that good enough for a D1 team? Who knows? Probably not, if I'm being honest. But I definitely think the in-season team definitely has some legs. Probably will play Costa in Challengers in season for the remainder of this European season. Maybe play him in under 23 now and again. But I definitely think he'll be used here more often than not. As far as the summer goes, at rare level, the only thing I can really do is run the Cincinnati boys alongside Brady, because I only have in-season outfielders. I don't have an in-season goalkeeper right now, which might change if I win somebody potentially. But if we're talking summer only, it would look something like this. So we'd have Acosta in season, Miazga in season, Bupenza in season, and then our extra player right now would probably have to be Artua in season, because you do need 4 in-season cards for the Challenger in season, where at the MLS Special Weekly you only need 3. So I do think between now and when the MLS Special Weekly finishes, I will probably pick up another in-season MLS card that I think could help me compete. I have Forsberg out of season. I have Jesus Ferreira out of season as well. I probably will look into picking up a goalkeeper, I think, as well. An in-season goalkeeper would make a lot more sense for me. It would give me a lot more freedom as far as who I could play at that extra position. Because, for example, if I had an in-season MLS keeper or Brazilian League, but probably MLS, I could either go Forsberg, Ferreira, or Rusnak in this extra position, which of course strengthens that lineup a lot. So I definitely have a few bits to pick up, I think, over these next few weeks to strengthen my Challengers rig. Let me know what you think in the comment section, lads. Do you think I have enough to compete? Of course, nobody knows at the end of the day until these next few weeks pan out and we see how the divisions work, how many players are in Division 1 compared to Division 2 and 3. There's loads of uncertainties, but it makes for a bit of fun. It feels like we're really entering a new era of Sorare. Let me know what you think, lads, in the comment section. Hope you have a great day, and I shall see you guys in the next one.